After winless 3 games, Arsenal in the London derby between Chelsea in Emirates Sports Stadium handed over 1-0 for sure, and Arteta was pleased with the performance of his boys. Meanwhile, Maresca has a story to tell. And hey, Manchester United is turning around. It's the players now settling for Amorim's system. Fulham have once again made Tottenham useless. What is really Postecoglou doing with his players? Now, no excuses. And if you know what really happened in the weekends in Premier League, hey, stay tuned and let's get it done. Today with me is Eddie. And hey, subscribe, like, and share the video. And we are going to give you the tactical analysis, what transpired in the game, every bit moment of the games for sure. And hey, let's go. Eddie, this was a game that we saw, London Derby. And London Derby, we all know the excitement that fixture brings to football fans. But then, this was a game I expected much from my own club, the Blues. But then, at the end of the day, the masters of set pieces, they didn't create chances, even though I can't say they didn't create chances because Robert Sanchez had a lot to do in the goalpost on that game. But then just a set piece, corner kick, and Merino get it into the goal post of Chelsea, and Chelsea could not do anything till the end of the game. What's your take on that game?
Chelsea is still going through crisis, and to play a London derby, Arsenal were the better side. Chelsea stand a chance of winning the game, or at a lower percentage. And Arsenal, being the better side, they played Chelsea. The set piece, as you said, they got the win, and it's good for us now because now they stand a chance of challenging for the title. It was a game for Arsenal to win. It was a must win for Arsenal, and they were able to win that game. Enzo Maresca side, I one thing I've noticed about this Chelsea team is anytime Palmer, Palmer has been silent for some while now, and I think
he had injury, so he wasn't.
Even before he went on injury, all his silence for this while, has been the silence of Chelsea. Because he was the one beginning of the season, he was the one lifting Chelsea, and now since he dropped, there is no single player who has been able to, been in that shoes, have been able to fix in that position. That's why Chelsea is still struggling. Supposing the team like a Liverpool or team like any other team, anytime although there is Mohamed Salah, he'll be scoring, be assisting. But there should be other players, there should be other players as well who will be able, in case Mohamed Salah is not there, there should be other players who will fix, Palmer is not there. Who is leading Chelsea? Who is leading the squad? Who is the face of the team now? There's no player.
Yeah, but you can also say a lot of injuries have actually hit Chelsea as well going into this game. The likes of Madueke was absent, Nicholas Jackson was absent, that of Cole Palmer was also absent due to injuries. And hey,
but, my brother, let me.
yeah,
No, I don't mean to interrupt, but Jackson has been silent for some. He was also out for. He has been out.
Yeah, he has been out. But then when Jackson is there, you look at since Jackson got injured, that was when Cole Palmer drought of goal scoring actually also stopped. Because Nicolas always has a way to link up with Cole Palmer, and when he's up front, we know the threat Chelsea is given to opponent. Since his injury, he's not able to fit into that position. They try Cole Palmer, he wasn't able to fit into that striking position. He tried what's the name? Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto is not able to fit into that position. Even against Arsenal, Pedro Neto was the one striking for us for Chelsea, but then yet you could not see any kind of item of threat up front. You look at the front three, Neto, Nkunku, and who else? The United Loni, Sancho. All of them, the trade wasn't actually there. And when you go and look at their stats, I wonder how Chelsea could have been doing, because we know these players are not just mere players. They are players of world standard. Since Nkunku coming back from injury, I don't know where his level is, because they tried him at number 10. It's not actually clicking very well. Only once that I saw him in the wing that he did perfectly well. But this game was just an item. Chelsea didn't turn out. And what is the coach has to do? The coach said with the first 20 minutes, Chelsea was struggling in that game a bit, but then afterwards he understand the game was 50-50 because Arsenal was able to get a set piece and score a goal. Do you agree with the coach, or he was just
So
saying something to boost
if
his
he is
players?
to come out to say the game was a 50-50, Arsenal got the set piece and scored. So why didn't Chelsea also get the set? They also try for a set piece to also get a goal to draw the game. Because if you are telling me it's a 50-50 game, then that means points has to be shared. You know,
Exactly.
you don't have to lose the game and come and tell us the 50-50 game. How is the
50-50
50? How is
game.
the 50-50 coming from, my brother?
Because lately I've been questioning his tactics as well and his what do you call it, his lineup as well. But then what can we do? Fofana is back in the defensive phase, so Chelsea defense had to be doing very well. But then here is the case: we still concede goal. There's some glimpses of that Chelsea will still end up in the top four position because most of the players are coming back. We see Romeo Lavia coming back, get a small minute or few minutes in that game as well. It's a boost to Chelsea midfield because we see him severally turning Rhys James into a midfielder, and he feel like Rhys James is comfortable in that midfield position. So I don't know what is the coach actually thinking about this. Meanwhile, it's going to be like a very difficult. We still sign a lot of players as well because currently we've already signed two players as well. One to join the team in summer during the Club World Cup, and one is to join the team actually later. So sometimes you wonder what is the club doing currently. I just don't get it. But then let's see
Now,
how it's going to happen.
the only thing, the only hope for Chelsea is to get a spot in the top four. You know, if Chelsea to
Exactly.
get a spot in the top four, then that would be good. And they will play the Champions League football, and they will probably in the summer can take their time to look for better players or to build a team.
Yeah, but currently is it will be very difficult because look at the lineup for Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, and then City is just right behind that. We are lucky they drew their game. They could have been the fourth position, but we are just 1 point ahead of City. So is it that which team is going to draw from the top four for Chelsea to go in? So it's kind of very difficult for the club currently. But then you can't talk about this game without bringing in Arsenal. Arsenal did a lot. The most important thing is win that game. There are a couple of times we needed them to show up. They couldn't show up. But this London Derby is a pride game. You play it for pride. And they have shown their pride in that game. Arteta was very pleased with that set, only single set pieces. And Merino was able to score it. With Arteta, what do you make up of him? Because you can't be dwelling on set pieces. And I think that is hindering him from lifting that trophy this season.
Actually, I'm now fed up with Arteta, the style of play of Arteta. You know, he has been in Arsenal for almost more than 4 seasons now, and up to no avail. He hasn't been able to lead Arsenal to the glory days they are looking for, not even a single trophy. So now I began to ask myself, you know, is Arteta the right manager for the job for Arsenal? You know, we are yet to find out whether he is or not. But to with such performance, Arsenal is not consistent. They are not consistent. They will win today, like for instance, they won their game. There's a debut. They were able to win the game with a set piece, picking all the 3 points. But the next game, what comes next? They should have been the team to be fighting Liverpool boot for boot in this moment of Liverpool. Liverpool is also going like at this point, they are going through crisis. So this is the point Arsenal should have been able to also do something to pick the trophy. But Arsenal, you can't trust them. Although they've been able to pick the point against Chelsea with a set piece, as you said, Merino getting the goal. He has been like uh, a player of change for Arsenal. You know, anytime he features in the game, he tries to get assist or a goal. Merino. The guy is good. He's trying to give Arsenal, I think the goals, then the lead that their Arsenal is looking for. But what come next? Arteta has to be serious with his tactics and also get Arsenal to where they want to be.
Yeah, for sure. But then Manchester United away from home traveled to the King Power Sports Stadium against Leicester, walloped 3 goals to nil. And the man himself, Bruno Fernandes, actually scoring a goal and then doing two assists for Manchester United. And you could say Rasmus Højlund scored a goal. Alexander Garnacho, who has been a drought of goals since the takeover of Ruben Amorim, has actually ended it against Leicester. United, is the players getting the tactics well right now? Because you could see, or is because Leicester is in relegation zone?
We can say that, but we've seen United play against Nottingham Forest and this other club, Fulham, and still fumble. Even though as Southampton, they still fumble. So picking the 3 points against Bruno and his guys is a massive win for Manchester United. One way or the other, the players are trying to understand the mission. But we can't just conclude with just 2 games because casting our minds back in the Europa, we won against Sociedad with a comeback, and also win against the Leicester. That's 2 games in a row. We can't just completely say now like everything is good. The boys are getting the mission right. Now let's wait and see. But now I will say everything's on the right course. If the guys are able to keep this mentality, you know, able to stick to the style of play, then I think United is now on the right course. Then things will be good for United. Then I think they can push a bit further or they can come a bit top in the Premier League table.
Yeah, they can come a little bit top in the Premier League table for sure. And hey, your defender, Manchester United defender, the young defender that Amorim have actually discovered, Heaven. What do you make up of that guy? He's such a unique guy and such a talented and very confident defender. I've been admiring the guy since he had his first feature into Manchester United. Like, I don't know what to make up of that guy because he played an instrumental part from the few games United have played so far. Is he the game changer for Manchester United?
The guy is good, as you said. The guy is good. Not only him, and with this Doku guy, you know, the some players I've seen I'm already bringing in, and they've been able to, I think, change the face of the defensive side of Manchester United. The guys they are really really good. I just pray that injuries won't come into their way, and I think the playing time that they've gotten will continue. It shouldn't be like, oh, this one's it. One thing I've noticed about Amorim is if you're a small guy, if you're a young guy, you are talented and you know how to play, he will just give you the chance to play. It doesn't matter. That it doesn't care about this senior. You are a senior. You are this. You are experienced or that. Doesn't care about that. So that's one thing to help the guys to also play. I think even though we gave one of the young guys the opportunity to play because it was his birthday. He came on, got the chance. I don't remember the name, but he got the chance to feature in the game. And the guy was, he did the performance was okay. It was good. I just wish them all the best because now United is progressing. Like even with this, I think with our still with everything. Now they have the vision. Now you have a vision, so yeah, so things will be good. And I wish
Eddie, what is happening to Postecoglou and Tottenham United? Once again,
Tottenham was
defeated
best.
defeated by Fulham 2 goals to nil. I don't know what is really happening with Tottenham. Because this was a game that some were talking about injuries. Now most of the players are back. They are performing at a high peak, but still they cannot withstand the pressure from Fulham. Even though it was also a London derby, a game of pride, but then come on, Tottenham, what are they really doing? This should be a massive 3 points for Tottenham, but then they bottle it out.
One of the clubs I don't normally talk of is Tottenham Hotspur. They are also in one of the inconsistent clubs in England. They will win their game today. The next game, you definitely know they are going to lose the game. They are and Postecoglou even knows the guys are not serious. The mentality of the guys. They just play the game anyhow. You know, they will just go to the pitch, just doing how. Wow! I listened to one interview from. He said there is no manager who will select his 11 first 11, and say they are going to lose. They all select their players with the mentality going into the to win the game. So Postecoglou, what he's doing, he only most of the time selects his first 11 to go in and win the game. But his players, which he will select, I don't have the mentality to go and make it for Tottenham Hotspur. Let's cast our minds back. When Harry Kane was there, they will get the goals, but there is no results. Harry Kane is one of the top title strikers we know. Even in Bayern, he's still doing it. He'll keep them. You get Tottenham Hotspur the goals, the assists and everything with Son anytime he's getting the goal. But was there any results?
Yeah,
There was no results. So that's how Tottenham Hotspur is. And
that's how Tottenham.
I won't be surprised if they say goodbye to Postecoglou.
Be surprised if they say goodbye to Postecoglou. And looking at the Premier League table, Liverpool is still on top with 70 points. Arsenal second place with 58 points. Nottingham Forest third with 54 points. Chelsea fourth with 49 points. Manchester City fifth with 48 points. And bottom of the league table, we have Ipswich Town and Leicester City and Southampton actually in the relegation zone. And hey, it could mean that since 8 or 9 games living, it could mean that they could just be they could just be Eddie's just claiming Man U. Meanwhile, Manchester United and Tottenham are in the 13th and 14th position respectively for sure. And hey, we know they could actually still lift themselves to the maybe middle of the league table as well. Let's see how it's gonna end up in the by the end of the season for sure. And if you just join us and you are new, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. Your opinions. Which club do you think will end up in the top 4 position in the Premier League?